Today we will be discussing importance of delegation. Before starting off with the topic, we need to see that what do you understand from the term delegation? Like, what do you think that delegation means, and what do you already know about it, right? And then you have to question yourself that what do you want to know about. Moving further, first let's start off with the definition of delegation. Delegation here, when we're talking about delegation with regards to business studies, we mean that delegation is the transfer of authority from the hierarchy, the upper level of hierarchy. We transfer the authority to the lower level. Indeed, delegation is the downward transfer of authority from a superior to a subordinate. It is important because the superior cannot look after all the processes. So delegation is utterly important because it's not possible for one person to keep all the decision making process or all the tasks to himself and just do them one by one. But it's important that some of the tasks are kept with him that are more important, that require more of decisions at a higher level, and then he has to split the tasks among people who are working under him in order to keep the things working or functioning. The delegation of authority allows for concentration of time on more important activities in an organization. Further, it provides a sense of responsibility, a chance to grow and exercise initiatives to whom the authority is delegated. So now we'll one by one look at the importance of delegation. Uh, Delegation leads to employee development. Now you must be thinking that how is delegation a way of employee development? Basically, when a person is been assigned tasks, certain set of tasks or a task to perform, that is how he gets a chance to use the skills that he has learned or the education that he has got or the another way to prove himself. So delegating authority is very important, and this way it keeps the worker, the employees efficient, effective. Then it leads to effective management. Delegation, how delegation leads to effective management is the second point here, because when the certain tasks would be delegated accordingly, and then people who work under them, they get certain tasks, and this is how the process goes on. Then each person would know exactly what job they have to do, and then it would be easier to organize things, to plan things, to coordinate things. That is why delegation is very important. Then motivation of employees. How do employees get motivation through delegation? Now, employees feel a sense of ownership of the work that they're doing, and when someone feels the sense of ownership of the work they're doing, they feel more motivated. They feel more enthusiastic about that thing, and they feel more encouraged. Similarly, when the employees would be assigned a certain task, then they would feel entrusted for that. And when you trust someone for that task, then they push further, try to keep up with your trust. Then the other two factors that show the importance of delegation are facilitation of growth. Now, how would this lead to the facilitation of growth? That when the employees would be able to utilize the skills in the most profound and the apt manner, then it would lead to a greater efficiency of the organization. And when the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization would improve, then that would lead to an overall improvement for the organization. And then management hierarchy. Now, each person would have a defined set of rules and defined set of tasks. So each person would focus more on what they have to do instead of just looking at each other and not knowing what they have to do. Now, you can easily go through all the things that have been written here because I did not read them out exactly as they were. I just tried to explain what each of them meant. And then there's a very good definition and explanation of all these points given below the point. You can go through them. And if you still have any questions, then you can ask me through Google Classroom.